Hey guys, hey, I'm back with some more news-related videos. This time, this is actually going to be some unfortunate news for people who are Xbox fans. Or, people who own, like, an Xbox 360. Now, before I get into the unfortunate news, you guys know the drill. If you guys want to be notified for future videos, remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and, and hit the notification bell so that way you guys are notified for future videos. I'm currently at 278 subs right now. Thank you guys for the support. For some reason, my sub count I keep gaining and losing subs. I'm really not sure what's going on, but yeah, I feel like I'm just gaining and losing subs. I don't think people are unsubscribing. I don't think they could be phony subs, because I know sometimes people probably get phony subs and stuff. Kind of like there's like comments that aren't real and all that. There's like spam and stuff, or their bots. But I feel like this is happening a lot lately, so I'm not sure what's going on. But in case people do get unsubscribed by accident, make sure you guys are, subscribed to my channel. And I do a lot of news-related stuff. I do a lot of news-related stuff, though, so yeah. Anywho, let's go ahead and talk about this. So, you guys know Xbox, right? Or, I guess, aka Microsoft, because Microsoft owns Xbox. Microsoft is kind of like the Disney of, the gaming industry. Sort of. I mean, I haven't really heard too much about them ruining franchises as bad. I'm sure they probably ruined some franchises. I actually wanted to make a video on them. I might still do this, I'm not sure, but I wanted to talk about, them being a monopoly, because some people think they're getting too big because they're buying up. They bought up. I think they bought up. I don't know. I don't remember if they bought up. I forgot what these companies are. They're not very well known. People don't talk about it. They're like small businesses, but they bought up. I think they own Minecraft now. They own the Call of Duty games, which, by the way, I don't really care for them too much. I really don't like Call of Duty. It's not that it's a first point and shooting game. I don't care for those too much, honestly, but I kind of like games where like platformer games and stuff. Unless it's Katamari. I don't think Katamari is, I don't know, would you count that as a platforming game? I mean, you don't jump and stuff, but you roll around and stuff. I just don't really care for the first-person shooting games as much, but I really don't like Call of Duty because there's all this online crap and stuff that I don't really like it. They do have the zombie side and all that, but they made there's tons of Call of Duty games. I can't keep up how many there are, but there's tons of them. But yeah, Microsoft owns that now. They own actually a lot of games. I don't know how many they own, but they own a crap ton. And I think they own Candy Crush and all that, so they own a crap ton of games. So people might be thinking they're probably a monopoly and all that, so I might make a video talking about that down the road, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm actually here to talk about that they have announced, this is sad news, but they have announced they're going to shut down the stores. So we go from the freaking mess where Nintendo is shut down the Wii U and 3DS shop, which I'm pissed about. I will always be pissed about that because there are so many freaking games and all that, and they're now gone forever, and I'm sure a lot of them won't get ported to the Switch, and all that, so a lot of them are gone forever, so that sucks. I did get a lot of them downloaded, but because they closed down both the 3DS shop and the Wii U shop at the same time, it makes it a huge pain in the ass to get all the games you want. So, but now Xbox has announced that they're shutting it down. Now, the funny thing about Xbox is Xbox Shop has been around for a long time. It has. It's been around for a long time. I think they first opened. The Xbox first came out in 2007. I'm not sure when they started at the shop, but it came out in 2007. Yeah, it came out in 2007 and all that. So it came out a long time ago. I actually enjoy the Xboxes. I don't play a lot of games, but I like the name, you know. I mentioned this in the past. I don't mention this a lot, but the letter X is my favorite letter of the alphabet. I love the letter X. Except Twitter, you know. I hate how they turned Twitter into the letter X, but we won't go there, you know. But I do like the letter X. It's really cool. And the fact that Xbox is called Xbox. I try to look up if it's short for things because a lot of times, sadly, X is short for something else. But luckily, Xbox, I think, is just called Xbox. But yeah, I mean, I don't play a lot of games. I play some. Like, I have some games I play. Like, I play Beautiful Katamari. That's a fun game. I play Lego Star Wars. I play that. Let's see, what else do I play? Well, actually, there's not really a lot of games I play. We have a lot of games, but I haven't really got to the time to play some of them. I want to play some Xbox games, but I just haven't got to the time to play it. I know there's a game called Gears of War, which is also a first-person shooter, which that game, I've seen people play. I've seen my dad play it. It actually looks like like a lot of fun. But there's these characters cuss a lot in the game and all that. But they made like 5 games of those. So they made like 5 of them. But I have not played a lot of Xbox games. But I do hear that they are shutting down the shops, which is a shame. Because honestly, I was actually gonna start doing this. I'm gonna start going out. I'm gonna start going out and buying these cards because I'm gonna start buying some games. Now, you may be thinking, well, maybe you could just mod the shops when they close, because you can do that with Nintendo. Well, here's the thing. You can probably still mod these shops when they close them down. The problem is with Xbox is a tech company. They own a freaking crap ton of stuff. I'm not gonna lie, they actually at one point were gonna buy Nintendo out. I'm not sure how that would go. I could do a prediction video on that maybe down the road too. You know, I did that. I did that with Apple and Disney and all that. I did that. I don't really like doing prediction videos like that. They're not as fun, but sometimes I do it because it's curious what to think would happen. But I don't really know much about Xbox history as much as Nintendo's, so it'd be kind of harder to, do that, because a lot of YouTubers I'm subscribed to do Nintendo stuff, so it's really hard to, do that stuff. But yeah, I could do that down the road. I don't know, but yeah, there was one point in time where they were gonna buy out Nintendo, but Nintendo laughed them out the door. It's probably better they didn't buy them though, because that probably would have gave their Xbox too much stuff, because then there wouldn't be there's not really, unlike the movie industry, there's actually not a lot of video game companies out there that are in America and all that. I mean, obviously there's probably stuff in like Japan, or maybe, I don't know, maybe like China, or I don't know, or North Korea or something, but like for America, there's only like, I think 3 big ones. Well, actually maybe 4, because there is the company that makes the little handheld gaming systems. Like, they actually made one, like a Pac-Man one. They made SpongeBob. They made a SpongeBob one. I think they're owned by someone else. I could be wrong, but I own the SpongeBob one. It's actually a pretty fun game. It's pretty small, but it's pretty fun. But yeah, I don't know what would have happened there, honestly. But that would have took Nintendo out of the competition, which would have left just mainly Sony and Sony and Microsoft competing with each other. But yeah, sadly, yeah, they've been buying up properties and stuff and all that. But I will probably save this stuff for another video. I do want to talk about the shop though and all that, but yeah, they did announce that they're closing the shop down. They could back down on this. They could back down because Sony backed down on it, but I don't know. I can see them probably just shutting it down. I don't know. Because to be honest, it is kind of hard to kind of keep a bunch of shops open. It kind of is. Especially when you're going to continue making systems and stuff. But, I mean, they shut down Internet Explorer. They shut that down. I'm pretty sure you could probably still access it if you hacked it. But I don't really see the point of really doing that. I mean, I guess if you want to see what it was like, you know, you could probably do that. But I don't know. I mean, it's probably not really worth it too much because, you know, there's not really probably much with Internet Explorer. But yeah, they shut it down. I didn't even know they shut down Internet Explorer because I used to use it, but I liked Internet Explorer, but, you know, now we got Google and all that, and you know, Microsoft actually is, they actually own their own, I think, internet, you know, browser thing or whatever it is, but basically though, since they're shutting down the shops though, people can probably just mod them, but the problem is it's a lot harder because they're a tech company. It'll be a lot harder to get away with it. I'm sure they can probably, I don't think people are going to get in super big trouble because people do this all the time. But they do this all the time, but the companies don't really like it when you do this, and because, you know, they're a tech company, they probably are able to track down people easier to do this kind of stuff, so, and all that, so it makes it a little tricky to do that. And Xbox is really big for their online stuff. They're big, a lot of their stuff is online. I think the online part is staying, but they're gonna shut down the DLC and then the other games and all that, so that's all gonna shut down, but speaking of DLC, I never got all the DLC on the Wii U or the 3DS because it was freaking too expensive. That's why I can see why people mod the crap, because they don't lower the prices. They leave the prices at the same price, and they just shut the shops down instead of lowering them. They should have made all the freaking DLC free on the Wii U, but they didn't. I don't know why they freaking didn't just make it all free. I mean, especially since they got the games ported to the Switch. I mean, you may be thinking, why would you need to buy the DLC if you got it on the Switch? Well, some of the games honestly run different on the Switch on the Switch. I mean, on the Wii U than they do on the Switch. Like Mario, like the new Super Mario Brothers, you know, U, for example. I heard it controls different and all that, and it has the little boost panels and all that, or whatever they're called. Like Mario 3D World also has some. I don't know much about the Bowser Fury version because I don't have the game, but I seen Nathaniel Banny do a ranking video on that, and yeah, they changed up the stuff because they wanted to, that way it can run on the Switch. So the Switch has some of the Wii U games and all that, but they don't run the same. So I don't know. But yeah, basically though, yeah, they're shutting down, you know, the shop on the Xbox now, and I don't really play the Xbox too much, but I kind of wish they would have waited a little bit longer, because right now I'm on a hunt buying movies because freaking streaming is getting expensive, so we may end up having to shut down some streaming platforms. So yeah, that's why I've been buying all the movies up. I actually got quite a bit of them. I got quite a bit of movies, but I also got quite a bit of Xbox games. I'm not sure how many Xbox games there are, but there's, you know, the ones on the you know, there's the ones on the you know, shop too, that are probably that there's a crap ton of them too, so So I don't know. I don't know what will. I don't know what would. I don't know like how people are gonna be able to pay for this either. But I mean, again, they have the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X, which I still don't own that. I wanted to buy one down the road because I like the Xbox systems, but I never bought one. I have an Xbox 360. We have an Xbox One. It's not. I don't actually own that one. I have my own Xbox, but I don't own the Xbox One. But I've been on it. It's pretty interesting. There is a problem though, or the games I feel like don't run very well on it. Those at times. So yeah. Speaking of the games not running very well, I also I played Beautiful Katamari on there, and it looks like you can't access the demo stage, which by the way, it's a fun stage. It actually is pretty fun. It's fun to see how big you get before the time runs out, but it's a fun stage, but you can't access it on the Xbox One system. You can only access it, I think, on the original game system it's on, so that's a problem. However, I don't think that won't probably affect them. That probably won't affect anything, as long as, well, I don't think it'll probably affect anything as long as they keep the online stuff open, but they probably will eventually shut that down too, so I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know what's gonna really happen here and all that. Like they could end up changing their mind, but because people use Xboxes and all that, and they kind of all connect the same way with the Xbox Live stuff. So I really don't see why they would just shut the shops down. But apparently, yeah, they're gonna be shutting them down. They're shutting down the shops. So if I were you guys, I probably would try to start getting some games on there. They're not gonna shut it down right off the bat, but basically they're gonna shut it down. It's gonna be an entire year before they shut it down, but they're gonna probably do what Nintendo does. They're gonna make it more complicated. At least unlike Nintendo, where they made the stupid decision to shut down both systems at the same time, without lowering the prices on the stuff that's on the shop, like giving good deals and stuff. At least the Xboxers only have like one system shutting down. I'm not sure. Here's the thing. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure if the Xbox has any handheld systems or not, but I know Sony does. But I do know that they will probably be expensive. I doubt they're gonna lower the prices on the games, but we actually own quite a bit of Xbox 360 games, so I don't think that'll be too much of a problem because you should still be able to download this stuff, but I don't know how many games Xbox 360 has. I don't know. I do know they have a lot though, so I don't know what's gonna really happen. But yeah, this is definitely a problem. This is basically at this point, physical media is dying, and now we're getting digital media and all that, which again makes it a lot harder for stuff. On the bright side though, if there's digital media, there's a chance the shops could come back because they might be looking like, well, we got digital media. I mean, we got digital media and stuff and all that. I mean, and everything's digital now. Why not, just keep the shops open, I don't know if they'll bring back the old shop, like the super old shops, because some of these systems are really old and outdated, but I don't know. I'd rather them keep the shops open and still continue to make physical copies of stuff instead of making it all digital, but I don't know. I know streaming was doing that for a while, but they were kind of going away from DVDs. But it seems like they're all kind of going back to DVDs now because they're not getting a lot of subscribers. So I don't know. I don't know what will happen, but I can see them being like they'll probably turn the Xbox like shops, or not Xbox, like the system shops into like where you gotta pay a certain amount of money a month, and then it'll probably keep going up and all that. And it'll probably end up just like where streaming's at right now, where people are unsubscribing and going back to DVDs and all that, and it'll just be a recycling theme, you know. But I don't know, but it's kind of sad this is happening. I meant to make this video yesterday, but it got late. It ended up getting too late to make the video, so because I had to volunteer at Slackers today, so I had to make sure I was ready. But I have the video ready now, so I'll probably upload it here in a little bit. But yeah, so I guess if you guys have an Xbox 360, you guys might not want to buy the games now, because even though they're on the Xbox One too, they probably don't run the same as the 360, because each system's made differently. That's especially the case with Nintendo, because unlike PlayStation and Xboxes, the Nintendo systems, all of them are like different. Each system, well, minus the Wii and Wii were all the same, but well, I guess the Super Nintendo and Nintendo were too, but basically they didn't have shops back then, but basically the Wii U and Wii were basically the same, but the Switch and stuff was different and all that, and then like the GameCube and stuff was different too, and I don't know, I just don't know. Like I said, it's just kind of a pain to deal with this, but that's why we got modding. I just don't know how the modding is gonna work. I don't know how that's gonna work with this you know, with the Xboxes. I mean, people might be able to get away with it, but it's a lot harder because with Microsoft being a tech company, it might be a little bit harder, but I don't know. I mean, you can play the games on the computers, but I don't play them on the computers. I just use the systems, but I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and let things go from here, so see you all next time. Bye-bye.